For the first time in a long time, we're returning with an episode of the Florida Man Headline Generator, where we take a Florida Man story from the news and we bring it to Reddit and we try to piss people off with it. Let's see what headline we're going to be working with. Florida Man on bath salts, headbutts car, slaps fire chief. So I think we're going to want to work around the bath salts element just for the sake of believability. So the title is, Am I Wrong for Slapping a Fire Chief After He Told Me I Couldn't Park My Car? I know you read the title and are probably saying yes, but hear me out. The 9 to 5 grind has been getting to me lately. I've been looking for any form of escape possible and decided to go to a festival with my friends over the weekend. I thought this was a good start, but not enough to fill the hole inside. I experimented with psychedelic drugs in high school and college, but I've always wanted to go a bit further. I thought about trying cocaine, but with the price in this economy, I said forget about it. After looking into cheaper alternatives, I discovered another stimulant with similar effects. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to poorly influence the kids who could be reading this. We all drove to the town the festival was in and got unpacked in our hotel rooms. I was finally alone and it was time for me to get high, so the real fun could begin. The problem was that I quickly found out this drug may not be a pleasant experience after all. My skin immediately started burning and I wanted to rip it off. Shortly thereafter, I saw monkeys dancing in my hotel room and I ran around trying to grab them before I realized they weren't there. My memory gets a bit foggy at this point. I remember dragging myself along the hotel wall because I couldn't walk normally. I got in my car and I recall getting in multiple accidents along the way, but nobody was hurt. Well, besides the owners of a storefront who will have to replace their glass window. Stuff happens on drugs though. Gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet. Seems like a reasonable price that those people who own that business should have to pay. I parked my car on the side of the street, as people do where I live, but apparently in this town it is a big fucking no-no. The events to come would be the subject of a report on the local news, along with an article published online. I was sitting in my car blasting music to get hyped for the show. I get a knock on my window. It's a guy with a badge, and I thought he was some kind of cop. He starts telling me I can't park where I am, but I told him it's okay because I do it all the time where I'm from. He gets all self-righteous and is trying to be this big sheriff man. He tells me he is the fire chief, and he has jurisdiction over this area. It's some kind of safety hazard for me to park. LOL, okay, bro. I get out of the car to confront him, assuming a show of strength will get him to back off. He stands his ground, but there is no way in hell I am going to back down, as the drugs were giving me extra courage to call out his bullshit. I started talking smack, like I was doing a wrestling promo, because I wanted to attract the attention of the people walking on the sidewalk. I told him this is my town now, and I was going to stick my ass in his face, and a bunch of stuff like that, just playing around. Man needed his ego humbled. It all makes sense to me. Sure enough, people were gathered around watching now. He told me it was my last chance to move the car, or the police would be on their way. I found this way too funny. I knew it was my moment to pull the ultimate badass move. The line to come is going to be awesome. I said no. Something else is on the way. Then I reared back and slapped him in his pretentious fucking face. I knew I had to flee. I got in my car and, according to the article, went from what appeared to be 0 to 70 in under 4 seconds. My high was raging at this point. Yeah, I would think so. And I've honestly never felt better in my life. But I know you cocksuckers are all pro-authority and are going to be against me. Am I wrong for reclaiming my manhood from the system that oppresses us all? Well, we all know bath salts and Florida Man go together like a baby and its bottle. You know, it kind of is what sustains Florida Man. So this is obviously going to be controversial. I think that goes without saying. Hopefully people buy it. We're about to find out. So the first couple of comments I saw were people just being confused for some reason. And then this person seemed to fall hook, line, and sinker. You're a highly reckless driver who assaults people to show his masculinity. Of course you're wrong. And trust me, nobody there thought you were a big macho man. Most people who see that kind of thing just think the person's pathetic. Well, pathetic is one way to look at it, though this fictional character certainly does have the courage of his convictions, albeit probably just because of the drugs. Now, this person both thinks I am lying and is absolutely enraged. You're a liar. You're absolutely full of shit. But in the small chance you're not, you're a privileged piece of garbage. You get to act like a stupid ass who thinks they're edgy. I feel really called out, honestly. A wasted fool who could kill someone while driving like a moron. People die doing shit like this. To first responders. You're stupid enough to think you did something grand while mothers are at their children's graves wondering what the fuck happened. Well, fair enough as far as the mothers at their children's graves part goes, but I'm a little concerned about the people die doing shit like this to first responders line. It seems like he's okay with a cop presumably killing somebody over a slap. It seems like that's either a group he's a part of or he knows someone who's a part of it and is taking it way too personally. Total asshole for even writing this crap. You know what? You're welcome for the free entertainment. What harm am I really causing? Well, those were all the comments that I really felt were worth mentioning anyway. So thank you for listening. I know I don't upload much to this channel anymore. Guess I've just been a little bit uninspired and maybe I burnt myself out from a year of constantly producing content, but hey, I'm going to try to get back on the wagon, I guess. Maybe we'll do a little season 2 of the Florida Man Generator here. I definitely have a new felt passion to make those videos again, and who knows what other kind of videos I might make. Chatroom Surfer logging out.